So, have you ever been stuck in that loop? You know the one. You're dealing with a problem, you try physical therapy, you feel a little better for a bit, but then, boom, the issue comes right back. It's frustrating, right? Well, today we're going to talk about a model that's designed to finally break that cycle. This isn't just about feeling better for a little while. It's about actually being better for good.
Does that sound familiar? I bet it does. We hear this story all the time. People come to us, they've been through the ringer, and they're just done with temporary fixes. They want real, lasting solutions. If that's hitting home for you, then we really need to talk about the huge difference between just feeling better and truly being better.
Okay, so what's the difference? Feeling better, well, that's that short-term relief you get right after an appointment, right? But being better, that's a whole different ballgame. That's about getting through your entire week, your work, your family time, your workouts, without constantly feeling like you have to hit the reset button on your body. And that second one, that's what our whole model is built to do. All right, so how do we get you there? Here's the plan for today. We'll start with what makes this concierge model different. Then we'll break down the 3 pillars it's built on. We'll get into how we make change actually stick, talk about who this is for and the investment, and then wrap up with your first simple step to get started. Sound good?
First things first, the concierge difference. Now, when you hear concierge physical therapy, what does that even mean? Look, it's not some fancy label. It's really just a method. It means you get the things that are absolutely essential for results that last: time, focused attention, and a solid structure. We're talking longer one-on-one sessions, getting you in front of the right specialist for your exact problem, and, this is key, a plan that actually works for you between your visits.
So how do we actually deliver on that promise of time, attention, and structure? Well, our whole approach is built on 3 core pillars.
And here they are. Pillar 1 is all about the foundations. That's expert diagnosis and treatment. Pillar 2 is about using technologies that accelerate your healing. And Pillar 3, that's our lifestyle medicine programs that make the results stick. And here's the thing you have to remember. They all work together. It's not a menu you pick from. It's the combination of all 3 that makes this whole system so powerful. All right, let's dig into Pillar 1, the foundations. This is ground zero. It starts with a full 60 to 75-minute session, just you and your specialist, one-on-one. The goal here is to go deep and find the true source of your symptoms, not just chase the pain. After that deep dive, we build a crystal clear plan of care. This expert, targeted work is the bedrock of everything else we do. And this is the part of your care that's typically billed to your insurance. Next up, Pillar 2, technologies that accelerate. This is where we can really speed things up by strategically adding the right tool at the right time. And let me be clear, we're not talking about using gadgets just because they're cool. We're talking about getting you better, faster. For instance, we might use shockwave therapy, which uses sound waves to wake up a stubborn tendon, or maybe dry needling to finally release a muscle that's been locked up for ages. We match the tech to your specific problem to kickstart your body's own healing process. Now, these are typically cash pay add-ons, and we only recommend them when we know they're going to make a real difference for you. And that brings us to Pillar 3, which, honestly, is the secret sauce. This is the part that turns a good session into a changed life. Seriously, Pillar 3 is all about bridging the gap between what happens in the clinic and what happens in your real day-to-day life. It's how we move you from saying, "Yeah, I felt better after my appointment," to saying, "Wow, I'm getting through my entire week without any flare-ups." Okay, so we've covered the what, those 3 pillars. Now let's talk about the how. I mean, how does all this work actually take root and create real change in your life? It all boils down to a really simple but powerful feedback loop between the clinic and your home. Here's how it works. In your session, we teach you and fine-tune what you're doing. Then you practice at home. And we're not talking about an hour-long workout. We mean 5, maybe 10 minutes a day, with guided videos and simple exercises. While you're doing that, you'll track a couple of key markers, things that actually matter to you. Then, next time you come in, we look at that data together and we adjust the plan. See? It's this constant feedback loop that's so often missing from traditional care. It takes all the guesswork out of it and makes sure those little things you do every day are actually moving the needle. Let's put this into practice with a real example. Think about a runner who's dealing with pelvic leakage. Super common, super frustrating. In the clinic, we'd coach her on her breathing and pressure strategy. Then, at home, she uses some simple tools and follows a guided run-walk plan. The result? In just 6 visits, she's not only running a 10K completely leak-free, but her deadlift is stronger than ever. See what happened? She didn't just feel better. She became better across her entire week.
Or how about this one? The desk athlete with that nagging, recurring back pain. In the clinic, we focus on smart loading strategies. At home, his plan is just 2 short circuits a week and a simple 3-minute breathing routine. Fast forward 8 weeks, his morning pain is almost gone, and he's back to training consistently without those frustrating flare-ups. It's the same story. He moved from feeling better to truly being better.
Okay, so this all might sound great, but the big question is this model for you? Let's be really open and transparent about who thrives in this model and what the investment looks like. We want you to feel totally informed, not pressured.
So who does really well here? Well, this model is a perfect fit for people who are ready to invest a little time and effort and who want a real plan that goes beyond the 4 walls of the clinic. On the flip side, if you're looking for more of a quick fix or a traditional insurance-only approach, we might not be the best fit, and that is totally okay. We're more than happy to point you to some excellent traditional therapists in the area.
Let's talk about the costs and insurance, so it's all clear. Pillar 1, that's your main evaluation and follow-up PT visits. We bill that directly to your insurance. Now, Pillars 2 and 3, the concierge add-ons that speed everything up and make it all stick, those are typically paid for directly. And to be completely upfront with you, the common investment for these concierge services, beyond what insurance covers, usually falls somewhere between $450 and $1,800. Of course, the exact amount really depends on your specific goals and the level of support you choose. And just so you know, many of our patients use their HSA accounts, and we do have payment options available.
So that leads to a really important question, right? Why do people choose to make that investment in concierge care? And the answer really comes down to the incredible long-term value you get in return.
Because the real value here isn't just about feeling good for a few minutes in the clinic. It's about being able to potentially avoid surgery. It's about reducing or even getting off certain medications. It's about getting your life back without constantly having to start over from square one. It's about living the life you actually want to live.
So if all of this is resonating with you, if you're feeling ready to make that shift from just feeling better to truly being better, let's talk about your first step. We've made it really simple and clear.
The best way to get started is to book a free 15-minute discovery call. It's super simple, no pressure at all. It's really just a conversation for us to hear your story and help you get some clarity on the best path forward for you. Now, if you already know you're all in and you're ready to go, you can also just schedule your full evaluation, and we'll get you matched up with the right specialist right away.
You know, it all comes back to this one idea. Look, most clinics can help you feel better for a little while, and that's great. But our entire mission is to give you the tools, the support, and the plan to help you be better for the long haul. So when you're ready to start, we are so excited to help you move past just managing symptoms and toward truly restoring your function and honestly, renewing your hope.